Oh my god, we are definitely talking about this.
G'day guys, Tommy here, and I'm really excited because I've got an excuse to talk about Aleste again. A game series that I don't shut the fuck up about because I love it to death. I love this series to death. It's quite appropriate to say that I'm a massive fan of Aleste. Massive. And for anyone that knows me or followers on Twitter and YouTube, you'd already know that. Also, quick word to you followers. Yeah, you should have seen this video coming. Anyways, we had a bit of exciting news a couple of days ago at the time of this recording. M2, the new owners of Aleste, announced that they are releasing the Aleste Collection. And so far they've announced 4 games. I say so far, I'll touch on this a little later. So far we know about 4 games. Quite a surprising list for me, except for one. It's kind of a surprise, but Aleste, the first game in the series, or aka Power Strike. The Master System Power Strike 2, which surprised the hell out of me, but I'm happy with. And then also, the big selling point for me, GG Aleste and GG Aleste 2, the 2 Game Gear games. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited! Oh! So what I thought I might do is actually show you guys some quick gameplay of the 4 games. Just to kind of touch light on this collection a little bit. Just an excuse to play a handful of Aleste titles. Like I need one anyway, but having that little extra incentive and excuse on your belt's always handy to have. But also, just to show off these games, you know, maybe to show you maybe if you want to pick this up. And it's coming out digital. There is a physical. At the moment, Japan only, and I think it's going to stay that way in Japan only. And then there's another physical version with the Game Gear Micro with the 4 games on it. Which is interesting because 2 were only on the Master System. They didn't come out in the Game Gear. Oh, first Aleste was Mark III. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you the 4 games, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a bit about this collection and some of my thoughts. This is probably going to be a long one because, once again, look at the last video I did on a Aleste game, which was Musha. That was nearly an hour long. This one's going to be a long one, but I hope you'll stay for the trek. I'll put timestamps below for you, so that way, if you want to skip the gameplay, if you've already played them or know about them, you can get my thoughts. But let's show you these 4 games really quick, and we'll have a little bit of a chat. Righto, Aleste, first game to come out in the series. It was changed to Power Strike over here and everywhere else but Japan. It also got released on the MSX computer in Japan only, which seems to be an enhanced version, more level, stuff like that. This is the Japanese one because it's Aleste. Also, it's got the FM sound. Because that was an option in Japan for this game. So let's have a look at, and righto, now that's out of my way. Now, out of all the Aleste games, this is the one that I actually struggle with the most. Because it is rock hard. Due to a couple of things. One has to do with the gameplay, and another one is just a problem with me. My photophobia loves to really act up with this game, and I all of a sudden just get blurry visions, which doesn't help, particularly with a shooter. And then with the gameplay aspect, your special weapons. You got the base weapon, like any normal shooter, and then you've got the special weapon. You can see in the bottom right corner that there's a number ticking down. That's your special weapon. Oh, getting screwed over here. Yeah, so you're limited with your special weapon. Now, fortunately, they did scrap that, and it's not in any other Aleste game. Let's get the shield. Like all compile shooters, or most of them, you do have your pellets to collect. And this game is doing stuff that you would not expect from a Master System. It gets it. This is level 1, and it gets intense. There we go. Got a little bit of a powered up weapon. Ah. Alright, we'll give it one more go. I'm not fussed, because I'm only just giving you guys a quick show of these games. I can always do a full-blown, proper show-off. Yeah, I like number 8. Number 8's a good weapon. Ooh, that doesn't sound too right. That sound, that's not meant to be like that. So, my two favourite weapons, or special weapons in the first one, are number 8, which is this one, and number 4, which is the circular shield. Which would become a recurring weapon in the Aleste series. There is a variant of it in Super Aleste, which actually becomes number 3. And then it's also in Musha Aleste as the blue power-up. And there's a variant on that as well. Oh, I'm going to lose this shortly. I can't get that forward, it's too hard. Can I get that one? Oh, I did. Phew! Close. Oh, there's so much happening. Ah! So this was one of the first 8-bit shooters to get my attention. I'll touch on it a little bit more shortly, but I wasn't fully into the idea of 8-bit shooters or shmups. Same with beat 'em ups. I don't like 8-bit beat 'em ups. I think beat 'em ups work 16-bit onwards. I just don't. All the 8-bit ones I've played on NES, Master System, I just don't like. I have Double Dragon on Master System. I just can't cop it. And I was, for a long time, the same with shooters, because I remember someone I knew had 1942 on NES. And I'd grown up my whole life being surrounded by that arcade machine crap. Not a good place to die. Just give me something. Oh, we're at the boss. And I just thought the 1942... Oh, we got him. Nice. 1942 NES version was crap. And then I found some others, some Master System ones, and I guess I just didn't have much luck with 8-bit ones. But there was this one, and then there was another one. Can I get that 4? Yep. Damn it. Give me that 8. Yes. So, this one I heard a little bit about, not too much. I kept hearing so much about Musha. But then I found out about this one not too long after. And looked at it and heard that it was doing things that the Master System shouldn't be doing. And that this one kind of changed my mind. Leave it at that, because this is not a good game for me to concentrate on while trying to talk. It just doesn't work. And I got to get through the other 3 games. So I don't want my photophobia acting up. So we'll leave it there. We can always revisit this in another video. I can always really devote to it. But I think now we'll move on to the next game. Alright, now this is out of chronological order, but let's do the 2 Master System games first, and then we'll move on to the Game Gear ones. Now this is Power Strike 2, which for some reason only came out in PAL territories. This game was made in Japan, never got released there. The Aleste Collection is the first time this game is going to be released in Japan. Really, really, really bizarre. But let's get into it. I want to show this off. Let's select a weapon. Missile's my favourite in this. I'm looking forward to showing this off because not many people have played this game. It's expensive as all hell. And I'm actually really pleased that it's coming out in the collection. A lot of you guys can actually experience this, because this is one hell of a shmup. Okay. Game start. So this game is kind of like a cousin in a way. It's not a straight Aleste game. What's weird is that it's called Power Strike 2, but it's not related to the series. It's almost like a trickery thing. A marketing ploy of some kind. There we go, they've got the shield. This is set in the 30s and you're battling space pirates. But this came out sort of late in the Master System's life. By this time, the Master System was discontinued in the States. Oh, that was close. Here, it had another 2 years. The Master System over here in Europe stopped getting complete support in 1995. This came out in 93. Now, I'm curious to see what happens. Now, I'm playing this at the correct speed. I've learned that this game is optimized for 50 Hz, seeing as it's a PAL exclusive. Evidently, they knew that in development, that this was not coming out in any NTSC region. So, a lot of the playthroughs you see online, where people are emulating it or putting it through an NTSC Master System, it's at the wrong speed. It's too fast. So I wonder if when they M2 put it on the collection, are they going to have it at the 50 Hertz version, or is it going to be sped up? I'm curious to see that, seeing as it was only released here. Being M2, I would like to think that they realise that this was made for 50 Hertz and made directly optimised for 50 Hertz, and they will allow for that. But I'm really glad that this is on the collection, because it's expensive. I mean, when I got my copy, I mean, I didn't get it years ago like some of the games I've got. I got this fairly recently, actually. It was $200 for me. So oh no, got killed. So the game is pricey, like nearly every single other Aleste title. But even though I own it and I've paid a fair bit of money for it, I'm not like one of those asshole gatekeepers. I am very glad that it's actually getting a re-release in a bundle, because I think that this game would get a lot of fans. I love this boss music, it's really cool. The whole soundtrack of this game is actually really cool. Oh, come on. Got him. Phew. Because I think the more people that get to play this, the more fans this game would have. Because it's really cool. It's going to be interesting too, because I've learnt that Aleste, the first Aleste that we just showed, is also going to have the option to change it to Power Strike, like a region swap. Which leads me to another question. This is called Power Strike 2. Do you know what else is called Power Strike 2? GG 2. Yeah. GG 2 got released in Europe on the Game Gear. Europe and Japan. I don't think it came out in the States. They called it Power Strike 2. So there's 2 Power Strikes 2. One's this and one's GGLS 2. Nuts. Missiles, yay. This is getting to be quite bullet hellish. Ah! But besides it being this weird cousin to Aleste that shares that's named as a sequel to the first Aleste rebranded, it does, as you can see, it does play just like an Aleste game. They could have called it Aleste and released it, but they didn't. Surprising 1993 that they wanted to make a Master System game. When they're a Japanese company. I know they're not the only ones that did it, but it just seems odd. Because a lot of the Game Gear games, Master System games that were released over here and not in the US and stuff like that, they were released over there on Game Gear. Quite a lot of the games that were Master System, PAL exclusives, if you will, were just tweaked Game Gear ROMs. But this wasn't. Oh, we gotta be careful. 0, 1, 2. Got it! Yes! That's the trouble with this game. I know I was very quick on Aleste 1. I actually don't spend a whole amount of time with Aleste 1, if I'm honest. Although, no. I do like it. You have to really, really concentrate with that one, though. Oh, there's another 2. I missed it. Bugger. You have to really, really concentrate with that game. This one, I don't know what it is. Once I get into the flow, you get sucked in. We're at the boss now. I'll see how I go with this boss, and once I'm done with this boss, I'll show you the next game. Pig nose. Damn it! I didn't want 5. No, I don't want 6. From memory, 6 isn't the greatest of weapons. Jesus! Oh yeah, this game, oh yeah, don't be fooled. This is an 8-bit shooter, but Jesus Christ, does it kick your ass? Oh, the power of shields. Oh, he too. Oh, we got him anyway. Cool. We'll move on to the next game now. We'll leave it here because I'll just keep playing this all bloody day. Because I love this one. It's really cool. I'm so pleased you guys finally now have a chance to actually play it. If you don't own it and you're not willing to, throw a couple of $100 at it. I suppose you could just emulate it. Yeah, so we'll leave it there. So, look at the shields. I'm not holding the controller. Watch. Look, Mum, no hands. Don't let that put you off though. This game will kick your ass. It will kick your ass. It's still going. Oh, don't be fooled. It will kick your ass. It will kick your ass. This is only level 3. Yeah, I'm super thrilled you guys actually get to have it. Oh, there we go. We're dead now. I'm super thrilled you guys actually get to experience this. Because it's a really cool shooter. Yeah, alright. It's time to move over to handheld. Righto. Handheld time, Game Gear games. First one, GGLS, it only came out in Japan. But I actually do have a story with this one, which I shared on Twitter earlier this year, which is really cool. This sees the return of Eleanor. This is the third game with Eleanor. I think it's the last one they did. Because Eleanor was in Aleste II on the MSX. She was in Musha, and she was in this. But they are bringing her back for the new one, Aleste Branch. They are bringing her back, which is quite nice. Alright. Let's get into this. So we'll just go normal. This game, man, it's a handheld, but god damn does it kick your ass. It's got a nice soundtrack, which I learnt. Great mate of the channel and Twitter, Toshiaki Sakota, composer for Musha Aleste and Aleste II, helped out with this game. I don't think he did the whole soundtrack, but I know he's credited and he did some of it. I think he did the sound effects too. I'm sure if he does see this, because I know he does catch some of my videos. He'll probably fill me in with the actual facts, what he actually did with this game. That's the shield, yeah. So my story with this is I have played this before, but I don't own it. And I didn't emulate it. I was actually at work. I was actually at the work site. Level up. And the owner of the property was a real tech nut. He loved technology. He built a room to house all his computer stuff with its own air conditioner. Wide shot. I never really used this. I think I used the homing a lot when I could power up the homing. He's very much into his PC stuff. Very much into his PC. Not gaming. He's just really into like fast processing speeds. How can he overclock things to make Microsoft Word run 10 times faster? Stuff like that. Real crazy guy. Nice guy, but crazy. Oh, this is the mid boss. This isn't the end boss. This game actually has mini bosses halfway through each level. Thank Christ I got the shield in this one. It was actually... Oh, God, I'm dead. It was actually during the making of the Musha Aleste video I did earlier in the year, the first Tommy Ted feature. I'll give it one more go. And I was talking to him about it. And the next day, I think it was a Thursday? I think it was not... Oh, hang on, my memory's a little bit hazy. Either I was making the Musha Aleste video, or I had... No, I was making it. I hadn't finished it yet, because that's right, because I was on a different job when I released that video. That's right, I wasn't at this job. I was making it. Must have been April. I was making the Musha Aleste video. And I was telling him about this. Because he was seeing me, because I actually was editing it on my phone. Like I always do. And he actually saw me, like, actually editing it. Oh, shield's useless on him. Oh, unless I do that. Ah! Homing. Let's see if we can build up the homing if I don't die real quick, because I'm not good at talking and playing these types of games. I'm not good at it. Nah, we'll stay with homing. Nice. The next day, after I talked to him, he came up to me and said, "Oh, there's something for you to look at on the kitchen bench. Have a play." Alright. I was, just supervising at the time. And sitting on the bench was a Game Gear. And I said, "Oh, you got a Game Gear?" And he said, yeah, it's from Japan. It was actually a Japanese one. And I thought, "Oh, nice." And he said, "Oh, there's 2 games for you to play. They're in the little box." And there was this little box. I opened it up. Inside with GG Aleste 1 and 2. Now, I'd never played them before. Hopefully homing makes this one a little easier. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is first level mid-boss. He kicks your ass. Oh, shit, that was close. So I played them this one afternoon on the job site. There we go, got him. And I'll touch on this more in the next one, because it's got more to do with this next one. I had a quick go at this one, and I thought, wow. This is a Game Gear game. Holy crap! It's it plays like a full-blown console game. And then not long after, I told him the shape of my laptop, and later that night he actually sent me a ROM, emulator. Not a ROM, an emulator that would work with my PC, my laptop, because this thing's caveman. And he sent me the ROMs. for GGLS 1 and 2. Oh, I was a happy boy when that happened. First boss. Yeah, I'll let you in on a hint that, yeah, I remember this now, because I have beaten this game once on emulator with a Mega Drive controller, thanks to the USB ones that came with the Mega Drive Mini. Yay! He's not done yet. I did sit down and beat it. It took me a couple of hours, but I have beaten it once. Got him. I have beaten it once. And this game kicks your ass. Oh my god, I was pulling my hair out. I'm surprised I didn't become bald from it. Oh my god, this game really kicks your ass. I mean, most Aleste games kick your ass. Super Aleste on the Super Nintendo. Once you get the right weapon and you learn a couple of tricks, that one's not hard. Yeah, you definitely need homing on this level, because they just come at you. Oh, there we go. Am I dead? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's move on to the last game I'm going to show you. And I've got some stories about this one. Right. GGLS 2. Or otherwise called Power Strike 2. I don't know. GGLS 2. I can't help myself. This game has the best soundtrack for an 8-bit game ever. It's just I can't believe it's an 8-bit PSG soundtrack. It's just let's get into it. Now, this is crazy. This is, in a way, I'm stretching a little bit. This reminds me of the Ooze on Mega Drive. Not in gameplay, but just in a weird way. The best track in the Ooze is not in the actual game. It's in the options menu. One of the best tracks in this game is here. In the weapon select. Oh my god, I love this soundtrack. What do I normally use? Did I use Delta Form in this a lot? I'm trying to remember, because I have beaten this one before, once. God damn, this soundtrack is incredible! We'll do Hammerhawk for the minute. Right. Now. GGLS 2. So, I was shown this the same day. Jesus, that was close. As GG Aleste 1. And I don't want to knock GG Aleste 1. But this one just grabbed me. And it still grabs me. It hasn't let go. It's like Musha. In the Aleste series, my favourite, of course, is Musha. Everyone knows that by now. But my second favourite is this. This game... Oh my... I can't believe it's a Game Gear game. It's... everything, the gameplay, the music, like I've said, and I probably won't shut up about. I couldn't believe this was a Game Gear game. I couldn't believe I was playing. This is the game that changed my mind on 8-bit shmups or shooters. This was the spark that made me go, oh shit. There is some absolutely great 8-bit shooters. In this case, bloody incredible. And well, the biggest takeaway from me for this was the soundtrack. I fell in love with this soundtrack immediately. Then in actual fact, that afternoon, I was able to find the soundtrack on an MP3. The Weapons Select tune, that afternoon, became my ringtone. And it is still my ringtone. What was N? Oh, it was the napalm. Yeah, it's like the bombs in Musha. Now, yeah, this one, like Super Aleste, has bombs. Like, no, not just these napalm ones, but like I just showed you there, like an actual, like, bombs. Ah! That's homing. Jesus! Yeah, don't be for this. It kicks your ass! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh! Oh! This is just level 1. I'm trying to remember how many stages there were in this. Was it 8? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this one gets hectic in spots. But it is interesting. Now, if I want to try and beat this level. Because there's something unique that I want to show you, which was not in I wasn't in GGLS 1. I can't really recall. Because when I played GGLS 1, it was like 11 o'clock at night. I remember beating it. But it all just kind of turned into this... I remember the last level vividly took forever. You think you're done and you just keep going through and through. I think you battle like 6 bosses or something. Something crazy like that. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's something crazy like that. You think you're done, only for it to continue. Down a bloody hallway. So, oh, got hit. What's that? Napalm. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for homing shots in shooters. The homing missiles in Super Aleste is my favourite. I constantly use them all the time. Don't use any other weapon. Except in Musha, because there's no homing... no real proper homing weapon in Musha. I like the big, massive green laser. Because it just annihilates anything it touches. And when you get fully powered up, it just looks really cool. Oh, I got done. Alright. We'll leave it there because this video is going to be ages. So that's GGLS 2. I'm super thrilled that both GGLS 1 and 2 are on this package. Even though I am still trying to hunt down the original Game Gear versions. It's going to be nice to actually be able to play them on the big TV. So, for the PS4 or the Switch, PS4 for me, it's going to be so nice to be able to play these on a big screen. Because, yeah, I can do them on my laptop screen, which is, considerably bigger than a Game Gear screen. It's going to be so nice to be able to play them on the big TV. Yeah, that's going to be really nice. Anyways, we'll call it quits here on gameplay stuff. And let's wrap up. So hopefully that gives you a rough idea of what's in store for you with this collection. Which I am super excited about. It is so nice to see some attention on Aleste again. I know last year they announced that they are working on a new game in the series. However, the news on that has gone really quiet. I hope it's still in development because I really would like to see that happen. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. One thing I will address, just get out of the way, is the games that aren't mentioned here. The MSX titles and the 16-bit titles. So, with this collection, you've got the very first Aleste game. It's the Sega Mark III / Master System version. I am not surprised that they wanted to put the very first game in the series in this collection. Obvious choice. What does puzzle me, however, is the fact that they went with the Mark III Master System version over the MSX version. Because the MSX version is actually an enhanced version. it's got extra levels, and it's got different instrumentation for the soundtrack. Although it's the same piece of music, it's different instrumentation. I'm very surprised they went with the Sega version. The only thing I can think of about that is because the others are Sega, just to keep it all uniform. And I guess with the Game Gear Mini, it does work in better to have the Sega version on there. I'm hoping that maybe down the line we will get the MSX version, or might be, hopefully it's included as a bonus. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know. DLC? I don't know. I just hope they release the MSX versions, because I don't own an MSX computer, I don't have the MSX games, and they're freaking expensive. I mean, I know I have quite a few Aleste games, and they are all worth money, but I'm looking at $1,500 each for the MSX titles. I ain't that bloody crazy. So I would like to see the MSX games come out. I know people are clamouring for a re-release of Musha Aleste, Super Aleste / Space Megaforce, Robo Aleste / Den Aleste. I would like to see, if they don't come out on this collection, if they announce more games, because this game comes out Christmas Eve in Japan, which is Christmas Eve here, because Japan's only an hour behind Australia. Huh. I don't know, they might announce more games. Who knows? We've seen stuff like that before, particularly Konami do it with their anniversary collections. I think that if this collection does well, and these titles aren't on there, I do remain hopeful that there will be a second collection with those titles, because Musha in recent years has been re-released in some form. It was on the Japanese Mega Drive Mini. So I dare say that we could see it happen. Yeah, I would like to see it in another collection like this with, Robo Aleste and Space Megaforce, and the MSX titles. I would like to see that. So I remain hopeful on that. And the MSX titles, Aleste II, and Aleste Gaiden. Aleste Gaiden's a strange one, actually. That's another deviant away from the series. Yet that actually has Aleste in the title. It's like a reimagining of the first game. Anyway, so the other games in this bundle, Power Strike 2 Master System, that surprised the hell out of me. I was surprised when I woke up and had people telling me overseas, because the news broke while I was asleep, that this collection was coming out. And then I actually had a look at the games, and I was shocked as all hell to see Master System Power Strike 2 there. I'm sitting there going, wow, we're getting the Aleste collection, and they included that? That is, I was most shocked by that, because it, like I said, it's like an offshoot. It's like Dragon's Revenge in a way. So there's Dragon's Fury on the Mega Drive, right? Which is Devil's Crush, renamed. And then Tengen made this Dragon's Revenge as a follow-up to that, even though it's not part of the Crush series. It's not with Alien Crush, Devil's Crush, and Jucky Crush. It's not part of that. It's not, Power Strike 2 is the same thing. But my shock and surprise is not hatred at all. I'm thrilled to bits that this game's getting a re-release, and I'm thrilled to bits that a lot of you guys are going to be able to play this. I know quite a few people that are huge shooter fans like me, and really like the Aleste series. Just as much as me? Maybe. Push comes to shove, I reckon a couple of them would probably say that I'm the most nuts. I wouldn't disagree with them. Anyway, they have a huge amount of appreciation for the series like me. I'm just mucking around. And I'm super thrilled because I know they haven't played Power Stroke 2. I'm super thrilled that they now get to play it. And I'm going to be able to have interactions with them. Because for a little while now, owning that game, it's been quite lonely. I'm not going to be lonely next year. It's going to be quite nice. And then we get to the Game Gear games. Now, I've been on the hunt for the Game Gear games for a while. But some other Aleste games popped up instead at good prices, so I took the opportunity. And what's nice about that is there's still value in this collection with those games, even if I do get the original cartridges down the track, or if you have the original cartridges already, because they're Game Gear games, you know, unless you've got a modified Game Gear, and not, you know, that's still a small niche period. I know that side of things is growing, but it's still niche. It's gonna be, you know, nice to play on a massive screen and not the little Game Gear screen. It's going to be nice to be able to play them on the bigger telly. Like, you watched, I emulated it. And I've got a decent laptop size screen. No, so that's, drastically bigger than the Game Gear screen. But holy crap, am I looking forward to having that thing blasted on my 42 inch. Oh yeah, both of them. And the fact that I'm going to be able to play those on the big screen is just a big seller. So I'm very much looking forward to this collection. It's on PlayAsia. I've already pre-ordered it. The announcement came, and I think, was it less than 12 hours later? Yeah. Less than 12 hours later. No, a little bit more. We found out about PlayAsia the night that I saw that I got told this, and then I pre-ordered it the next day, mid-afternoon. So, yeah, whatever. I pre-ordered this from PlayAsia. Bit pricey. I didn't get the mini Game Gear one, because the Aussie dollar at the moment's not that great. So I just went with the normal one. I would rather get the original cartridges than the micro Game Gear, to be honest. So I've just gone with the normal one. A bit pricey, but there's value in it anyway for me already, and it's just nice to keep the Aleste collection going. I am super excited to get this. I will probably get it next year. It comes out Christmas Eve from Japan to Australia. I'll probably get it January, mid to late January, I would think, especially around the Christmas time, because it'll be a bit busy. And God knows what's happening with the international shipping by then with this bloody virus. So yeah, I'm thrilled to bits, and I'm hoping that this gives good win to M2 in regards to the Aleste series. Another collection, or add more games to this collection, make a nice big package, whatever, and continue on with Aleste Branch. I cannot wait to play Aleste Branch, and I hope it's still in development. I really do. They haven't said it's been cancelled, but they've been very quiet on it for months now. Yeah. So I hope this gives good win, because I want this series to continue, because the last game for it was 1993. I mean, if we can get Streets of Rage 4 20-something years later, I'm sure we can get a new Aleste 20-something years later, eh? Anyways, I I'm more than happy to have a look at it when it arrives on here. If you guys want me to review it, let me know down below. But other than that, those are my thoughts. Thanks for sticking around. And yeah, have a look at it. Play Asia. Boy, I'm excited. It's more or less stuff. Yes! Anyways, guys, thanks so much. And I'll talk to you later. See ya.